Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Leo Sanchez and welcome back to another episode of Project Falcon. Today I want to talk about budgets, how to come up with them and how to spend them basically. So it all comes down to basically your audience. If you're a promoter, you don't you're not always going to know where you're going, but I do have a tip for that. And for venue owners, you kind of already know how many people to expect because maybe you've been on business around 2, 3 years, or even more. Maybe you've been in business for 20 years. Who knows? But thing is this: you kind of already know how many people you should expect with the amount of, obviously, depending on what type of entertainment you're bringing, right? Maybe you're bringing a not so known artist, so it's only 500 people. Maybe you're bringing a big billboard name person, so it's gonna be 2,000, 3,000 people. Maybe you live in Chicago and you can expect around 5,000 people. It all depends. You should know this, but if you don't know this, a good way to figure this out quickly is by just Google searching other events similar to yours, and they have to kind of be in your area. You can't look up how many rock fans came to this show when you're bringing I don't know, R&B. Like these are totally different worlds. So figure out your metrics real quick on how many people are coming, and once you got that down, we're gonna move forward to the next one, which would be time. How much time do you got on your hands? This can either be a good thing or a bad thing. Whether you have too little time, you're making up for it all the time you didn't have to market. And if you have a good amount of time, you're slowly building up hype and creating an urgency for this event. So how does this all work? Basically, we're just striving for is around 3 months to market. And I know some people, I've seen venue owners and promoters do this always, that they always have this artist that they get thrown at, and the deal's good, so they take it, and now 2 weeks, like the event's 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now, and you're trying to figure out how much to spend. So that is gonna right there in that situation, you're basically making up for time. So because if you had 3 months, your budget would have been different, but now you're gonna have to expand how much you're spending throughout those 2 to 3 weeks that you got. Or if you got the 3 weeks, you got a budget already in mind because you already know how many people to expect, which in there you should already have a calculation of how much money you're going to actually make from this event. A good idea of this. So, there's different metrics and different things, and the most important is time. That's what I'm trying to get to. Time and audience. That's pretty much it. Once you know this, a good, how would I say it? I'll write this down. Hold on. Let me make this stop moving. Sorry about that. All right. Where's the damn marker? My light. Hold on. Technical issues. Shit. I keep stuck on. Hold on. There we go. We're back. All right. So. All right. So for every, let's say you got 2 to 3 months, maybe even a month, right? The 1 to 3 months. And if you're listening to this, just kind of imagine 1 to 3 months is going to be a different equation. For every 500 people that are coming to your event, remember how I told you to figure out how many people are coming? There's 500, we're going to put 1,000, we're going to go by 500 here. 15, for the big boys, 2,000 and up shows. So, for every 500, expect to spend about 500. Easy enough? 1,000, 1,000, 1,500, 1,500, 2,000. Now, this is all spread out. This is a good idea of how much to spend. It is not exactly, it's not exactly set in stone. There's just a guideline, basically. Because let's say you have a big name artist and you brought them to a big city. Now, you're supposed to already know how many people you're bringing, but you can obviously, with a good enough marketing and, just make sure you get your word out in the right way, you're going to be able to overcome whatever you predicted because you're marketing well. So, this is kind of just a little guideline. Now, let's say you got 1 to 3 weeks. We're going to change this now. 1 to 3 weeks. I'm going to erase this over here. I'll have to wash my hands after this. Alright, 500. Alright. Now, you're in a different situation now. You got 1 to 3 weeks. You accepted that offer because it's so juicy and you couldn't have got this entertainment at such a low price, but you got a bargain for it and you're trying to make your money back. Now, you want to get the people to know that you're bringing this person. You want to sell these tickets fast because if you don't sell them fast, you're going to lose money even faster. So, how much do you spend? You double it. This is simple. 1 to 3 weeks. Not on 500. These are way different events. Depending on how much you're charging, it goes down here. So if you're in a 50 ticket person and under, you're going to want to spend about the same 500, but divided into these 3 weeks. So, same 500. But if you're above 60 here, you're going to want to spend around 600. And I know that's $100 difference or so, but like I said, it's eyeballing. There's a good metric for you to start thinking on how to spend money on marketing. I've seen people that spend $100 and they expect all the world to come to their event. I mean, $100 is $100. You could get let's say with $100 you could probably get about 15,000 eyeballs at a reach campaign, but that's not really going to matter because you couldn't afford the remarketing. You could afford it, but you didn't know how to spend money. You just want to believe that you put money in there and they would come, but it's a process and it's beautiful. So let's get down more into this. So 1,000 people, you want to spend about 12, and here we're just basically adding another 200 above what's going on here. But here, if you got around, I don't know, but see, does this stop? I don't know, it just froze on there, but this could get really complex, but just stick with this right here. 15, after the 1,000, you just add 200 afterwards. So just 17, 20, 22. And there's so many variables to this. It depends on you know, what artists you're bringing. I mean, if you got these amounts of people coming, you're gonna make your money back. But just depending on your ticket, how much your ticket costs, what you're offering in the back end, and all this can come down to your actual marketing budget. But for those people that they already have good metrics on your business, and it's not just you just want a better understanding of this, I guess it would be this little formula right here. This goes for venue owners and promoters. You should kind of already know your customer value. You know, average I think industry is around 120 right now, or at least what I've seen on our own data. So, how many of these people are coming? Well, I guess this is a whole different thing, huh? Because this will help you figure out basically how much money you should make out of each event. I could talk about that, but this is marketing, so I don't know if you guys want to talk about that. I know I went on a rant. I do that a lot. I lose focus of everything I'm trying to say, but I hope you got the idea that, you know, making it in a budget is not hard. It's very simple. Please don't spend $100 and expect the world. You deserve better. Trust me, even if you don't know what you're doing, you go on YouTube right now and look up how to market your own, you know, event. You're gonna be able to do a lot. I mean, a lot with $500. You know, because take it like this: you're learning every time. I don't care if you know you're expert or beginner. You can figure this out, honestly. You can figure out the basics and everything else. It's not really that hard. But thank you for watching this. I know I went on a rant about a lot of things. I hope to get more coordinated in my thoughts about this. So anyways, till next time.